Hey guys, it's Girl Got Game, and welcome to my 5K AMA / 1500th video. Man, that snuck up a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. Apparently, my reading of calendars is not very good, because I thought it was supposed to... This is a great way to start, isn't it? I'm just so excited I can't even talk properly. Blah. I was going to say, I thought it was going to be more into August before I actually made this video, but the 1500th video crept up a lot sooner than my math had originally told me it was going to. But anyway, we are here, and I want to thank you all so much for the questions you sent my way, and hopefully I have some good answers for all of you. My mouth will work a little better than it did at the beginning of this video. So, without further ado, let's begin, shall we? The first one on the docket is from Doc Wildcard, who says, "Congratulations, Molly! Just curious, when will you do another Doki Doki game? I apologize if I sound repetitive or anything like that. And also, do you have any advice for getting more subscribers on YouTube? I feel like a nobody with Philly speak less than 1,000. Okay, to answer your first question, I'm not sure if you mean another horror kind of game like Doki Doki, or if you mean one of the mods for that game. If it's the former, I honestly don't know. I'd like to try my hand at another horror visual novel, but I'd have to work my courage up to it for sure, since I'm a big old wuss. If you mean as far as mods for Doki Doki, there is one that a few of you have mentioned to me. Name escapes me right now, but it's the one where it gives a happy ending basically to all the members of the literature club. So I was thinking of playing that as a game, along with a second game like I do all my series. It would have to be paired with a game that has 3 to 5 routes so that they finish up around the same time. In fact, my initial plans were to maybe play that mod along with the Cinderella Phenomenon fan disc when it comes out, but I'm not sure if that'll be too far away now. If another game comes up in the meantime that I think would be a good fit for that mod, then I'll play it earlier, but those are my tentative plans so far. I'm also actually involved in a Doki Doki project at the moment, but I'm not sure if I can say too much about it right now, so I'll just leave it at that for now, but suffice to say, when that's done, I'll be playing that as well. Now, as for your second question, I'm not really sure. I've heard that it can be beneficial to promote your channel on other social media sites. I haven't really looked into that too much, though, aside from Twitter. And I think that has helped me a bit, and if nothing else, it's at least opened up the way for me to get in contact with a lot more game developers, which has been super awesome. The only thing that I can really suggest from my personal experience is to just try and be as consistent with your content as you can be. If it's possible, try to have a regular uploading schedule and stick to it as much as possible. I've noticed that YouTube is more likely to promote you if you're uploading on a regular and consistent basis. Also, it can be hard to have a variety channel, so focusing on one thing, like for instance if you have a gaming channel, then focusing on a genre of games such as RPG or FPS or visual novel, focusing on just the one genre seems to help YouTube know what to categorize you, what bucket to kind of put you in and direct your channel to people who are interested in those types of games. I'm sorry that I can't be of more help than that. I don't really know. But I do want to say, at the very least, that you shouldn't feel like a nobody for having less than 1,000 subscribers. I know it can be easy to get discouraged by numbers, especially when you look at a lot of the big fishes on YouTube. But if you ever feel discouraged by that, something that I find helps is just try to picture that number of people that are subscribed to you in a room. I mean, just picturing that number of people and imagining that all those people are there as if they've all come to meet you and say, "Hey, I really like you and the stuff you make." I mean, it just blows my mind, and it's honestly so humbling to think about that. So, no matter what number of subscribers you have, try not to get too caught up in the numbers, and just do your best to have fun, and try to interact with your fans as much as possible. That's the best way of doing this, honestly, and it's always good to take a step back and remember that, and just try not to be too discouraged if you're not growing as quickly as you'd like. I hope that that's somewhat helpful, and I wish you all the best with growing your channel for sure. Now you did sneak in one extra question, which was, speaking of series, a question for your 5K AMA. What's been your favorite game you've played thus far? I'm looking for new material for my channel. Well, hands down for me, it has to be Amnesia Memories. I still haven't found anything that has topped that for me yet, although there are other great games that I've loved. Nameless, The One Thing You Must Recall, was excellent. Seasons After Fall, that's a beautiful, really chill platforming game that I played. Life is Strange, of course, it's been an incredible journey so far. I've really enjoyed it. Those are the top ones that come to mind right away, so I definitely recommend those to you to check out if you haven't already. And hopefully you'll enjoy them if you do check them out. So thank you so much for all the questions, Doc Wildcard. Alright, next up is some questions from Dalred87, or Daniel as I've come to know him. He says, I agree with everyone here when I say we all love you and your content, Molly. Aww. Keep doing what you do and keep being awesome. You're one of the few YouTubers where I feel like your comment section is actually consistent and always uplifting. This is very true. You guys do an awesome job with that. I hope to keep watching you and enjoying your wonderful voice work for many years to come. Thank you, Daniel. Now for the questions, as I have a few that I'm not sure if they were asked last time or the answers may have changed. Number 1. How likely would you think a face reveal would be? If it's totally off the table, that is perfectly fine, but I can't be the only one here that wants to see the face behind that amazing voice. Yes, well, Daniel, you are definitely not the first one to ask about this. I will say that it won't be happening anytime soon, unfortunately, but I do want to say, it's not going to be never ever. Right now, I do value the anonymity of not showing my face, but that could change. I could change my mind in the future, so I don't want to just completely throw that off the table and say that it'll never happen, but it'll probably be a while before it does. The next question you had was, what made you even start making these videos? And did you ever think you would have so much fun and get such a following? Well, you can mostly blame PC Outcast for that one, but I did also get major inspiration from someone that probably quite a few of you are aware of, Press Hard to Continue, or Dodger. She used to do a ton of visual novel playthroughs way back when, and she was a huge inspiration for me starting this channel. I only really got going, though, because my hubby kept bugging me to start my own channel. And I don't think it would be exaggerating if I say that I had less than 0% confidence that anybody, really, would actually like what I was doing, but he kept bugging me, and finally, to prove him wrong, I started up, and he's gloated about it ever since. I guess that kind of answers your other question about whether I thought I'd ever get such a following. Definitely didn't think I'd grow to this extent, so I really just can't express enough how blown away I am by everyone's support. I honestly can't believe that I'm literally recording a video right now that's celebrating 5,000 subscribers. You guys have been absolutely incredible. I'm so grateful to all of you for the support and for proving me wrong instead of my hubby. I don't think I've ever been happier to be proven wrong before, and it probably won't happen again, right? But I am so happy to have started this, and it's been so much fun sharing all of this with you, so thank you for that as well, everyone. And on to the final question, and finally C. How big is your backlog of games to play right now? I recall that you try to look into or play most games that are requested, and I'm curious what that list looks like right now. Yes, try being the operative word. I do try to play most of the games recommended to me, but my list is becoming a little full, to say the least. I actually went and counted. I've got 67 games currently on my list that have been recommended to me, but I can at least take solace in the fact that I won't run out of content anytime soon, right? I do appreciate all the recommendations, though, and I found some great gems of games thanks to you guys, so don't hold back just because my list is taking on a life of its own. I'll keep trying to get to as many of these as I possibly can. And I believe you actually had a bonus question as well. What was that? Ah, yeah, there it is. Oh, hello again. I got a bonus fourth question that randomly came to mind today while I was at work. So, do you plan on making use of Discord or something of the like as a means to get in touch with fans more effectively at any point in the future? I do definitely have plans for this. It's just a matter of having time for setting that up. I did look into / dip my toes into Discord a little while ago because of the aforementioned Doki Doki thing, which was under reps. But I still don't really understand Discord all that incredibly well, and with my work schedule the way it currently is, I'm having trouble finding any extra time for things such as that. But if things calm down, I'll definitely look into setting something like that up, if that's something a bunch of you would be interested in. Just let me know down below if you are interested in something like that, and I'll keep that in mind going forward for sure. Thank you for all the questions, Daniel. The next up is 2 questions from Imogen Gannon, and hopefully I said that correctly. What are your favorite visual novels from before you started your channel? Well, truth be told, I didn't actually play that many visual novels before starting my channel. Before I got married, I played mostly games on PlayStation with my brother. And I had a laptop, but that was strictly for doing video editing, which was a big hobby of mine at the time. After I got married, I played a couple of visual novels. I remember I played Long Live the Queen from Hanako Games, and I think I started Magical Diary at some point, but then stopped playing it for whatever reason. There may have been a couple of demos I tried too, but I'm afraid my memory's not so great for remembering what they were now. I honestly really didn't start playing visual novels until I started my channel though. And I'm really glad to have done that because now I've experienced so many great games, in no small part thanks to you guys and your wonderful suggestions, so... Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't remember anything more specific than Long Live the Queen, but maybe that was the only one I truly enjoyed from back then. But anyways, on to your second question. What is your favorite song, and can you sing it? My favorite song? Just kidding, I had to do it. No, I had to think about this for a while actually, but I think my favorite song after all this time is still Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid. I think that was the first song I ever memorized. In fact, I think there's some footage somewhere that my parents filmed of me when I was 4 or 5 singing it, and I've sang it pretty often since then. I'm a singy person, so in case you guys don't know that, after all the times I've just randomly broken into song while recording. But I'm often singing to myself, and that's a song that I guess I've been singing now for 20 years or so. So I would have to go with that as being my favorite one. As for if I can sing it, sure, I will do my best, and I hope it sounds okay. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you'd think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's-its and what's-its galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see 'em dancing, walking around on those, what do you call 'em? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down a, what's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Betcha land, they understand, but they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand, and ready to know what the people know. Ask 'em my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it, what's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore up above, out of the sea. Wish I could be part of that world. Well, I hope that sounded all right and that you liked it. Thanks so much for asking that. That was a lot of fun, actually. Now on to the next question from Yummy Yummy. Oh, if Molly reads this, I'm not sure if it's still valid since I got to this video late, but for the 5K AMA, is it okay to ask about your sexuality? You don't have to answer if it's too uncomfortable for you, but you seem very willing to reach out and romance girls as a female character. Or not in Max's case. And I've been wondering that for a while now. Sorry for the late question, you don't have to answer. No, that's fine. As we've discovered, you were actually well within the time frame, so that's fine. And I don't mind answering the question as well. I'm sorry to say my answer is probably going to be pretty boring, though. I'm a heterosexual female that's interested in boys all the way. I'm not personally interested in ladies romantically, but I'm always interested to see how those romances are handled in games. And, of course, my completionist mentality urges me to see all the options whenever possible. And speaking of Life is Strange, I am actually planning on streaming another run of that where I see the Chloe romance, if that's of any interest to anybody. And, yeah, I guess that's really all there is to say to that. I hope that answer was okay, and thank you for the question. Next up is a question from Brittany Waite. It took me a while. Here's my recommendation. Steam Prison. It's a visual novel game. I've played a route and a half of it, and it's really good. I am very sure you would enjoy it. And for a question, what's the funniest experience you had this year? Sorry for the random question. P.S. Love your channel. Aw, thank you so much, and thank you for the recommendation too. I've actually had a few people recommend Steam Prison to me recently, and I definitely want to play that. Hopefully that will be soon. As I mentioned earlier, 67 games. At some point, it will get done, I hope. As for your question, gosh, it's hard to think of what the funniest thing this year has been so far. I can't think of anything in particular, but something that was kind of funny a couple of weeks ago was the random Bohemian Rhapsody duet my brother and I got into when we were hot and overtired. We were visiting my family, and I think my dad or my hubby said something that blew my mind, and I just got off the couch, and I lay on the floor, and I stared at the ceiling, and I started up with, "Is this the real life?" And then my brother lay down on the floor across from me and replied, "Is this just fantasy?" And Oni-chan, if you're listening to this, I know I'm butchering your voice, and you sing way better than that, but I can't imitate you, so you have to forgive me. But anyways, so then I replied, "Caught in a landslide," and he sang, no escape from reality. And we basically went back and forth through that, you know, one lyric at a time, taking turns, sometimes singing parts of the chorus together and some random thrown in there too. And then we made it through the entire song. It was pretty random, but it was a lot of fun. And also, reason number 5,942,304, because it's an arbitrary number, but it's the reason why I'm so grateful for my brother. I can say a line from any song, any show, any movie, and he'll know instantly what's going through my mind and go along with me in my silliness, so. Anyway, I know that's not super funny, but at the time I thought it was funny because I was overtired, and it was the first thing that came into my head now, so I hope you liked my random answer to that question. Thank you very much. Now, next up is Marie Blue Angel. Congratulations on 5K subscribers! Love your channel so much, and I'm always excited to watch the games you play. I'm still catching up with all the games you have, but you are amazing. Love how you are able to voice every single character all the time so well, and love hearing your commentary in any game. I will definitely stick around. Aw, thank you so much. That means a lot. I really appreciate it. Now, you did have a few questions. The first one being, what games are you looking forward to playing during this next half of the year? I'm definitely looking forward to playing the second season of Life is Strange. I think it's about halfway done so far, or I think it's got 2 more episodes coming out soon, and so maybe by then I'll catch up to it. My inner Star Wars geek is looking forward to Jedi Fallen Order. Blair Witch looks interesting, but I'm definitely too scared to play that myself. So, I will most likely watch someone else play it from the safety of my pillow fortress. I'm kind of interested in Outer Worlds. I don't know if I'll play it myself, but I'm pretty sure my hubby will be checking it out, so I'll be watching him play it at least, and I'll be interested to see how that turns out. And honestly, that's really it. Oh no, wait, there is one important thing I'm forgetting. Although it's not technically a game, it's DLC, but I'm looking forward to the Remind DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm so glad I'll get my Kingdom Hearts fix later in the year. And on the Atomi front, I've been keeping my eyes constantly peeled for PC ports or new releases, but so far I haven't heard anything terribly exciting on that front. The rest of the year doesn't seem to have too much as far as games I'm looking forward to, unfortunately. I think there's going to be more next year that I'm looking forward to, but those are the ones that I can think of for this year. And the next question is, I haven't been here since the beginning, so I would like to know what motivated you to start this channel and sharing your playthrough with us. Oh, whoops. I guess I kind of answered that one already. But yeah, basically, just to reiterate, Dodger was the main inspiration for me, and my hubby was the main reason for me actually taking the dive into posting my playthroughs online. I don't think I would have taken the leap without him, and I'm super glad he pushed me into it. So yeah, that's the story, basically. Next up for questions is, what are some of your hobbies outside of those lovely dating sims? Well, I love just reading from actual books in general. I also love to sketch, even though I'm not very good at all. There are some pieces that I'm a little bit proud of, but mostly I just find it super relaxing. I also love to dance, so I try to set time aside for that in the evenings as part of like my exercise as well. What else? Oh, I also watch copious amounts of anime whenever I get a spare moment. I quite enjoy playing golf with my dad, brother, and husband, and I'm actually really enjoying it this year because I think I might have actually figured out how to drive the ball finally, so that's made golfing a lot more fun. And that's about it, really. I think if I had more time, I could really get into cooking, but right now I'm more interested in food that's fast because time constraints. But if I had more time, I think I would love to try all kinds of different recipes. Well, maybe someday. Alright, and the last question from you was, generally, what are you looking forward to doing this year? Well, in the next little while, I'm looking forward to going to see the live-action remake of The Lion King with my hubby. He's never seen the original animated version, so this will be his first experience with it. I've watched the original countless times, so we're going to compare notes after seeing the movie, and then we're going to watch the animated version after seeing it, and then see what we think of the two. So that should be fun and interesting. Also, near the end of August, we're going to go to a resort with a bunch of my hubby's family for a few days, so I'm really looking forward to that, since it'll be the first time since I got married that I literally won't have to do anything. I mean, we have been on vacation since I got married, but I've had to at least cook some of the time when we went away, but I won't have to even do that where we're going. So I just can't wait to just veg out and hopefully recharge my batteries. And the last thing that I can think of that I'm really looking forward to is basically at the end of this year, and that's going to see the Rise of Skywalker opening night. Words can't express how excited I am for that, and I know I'm probably going to be crying and screaming. The sequel saga's been great, and I just can't wait to see how it all ends up, especially for my favorite character, which most of you guys could probably guess who that is, going by my track record of favorite characters in most of the games I play. But yeah, super, super excited for that. And I think that's it for the year. And at the end of your comment, you said, so many questions, and I've never participated in an AMA before, so I hope these are all right. Thank you again for being you and creating this channel. Appreciate you. Aw, thank you. I appreciate you. Your questions were more than all right, and I hope my answers were okay. Thank you for taking part in the AMA. And with that, I think we're all done. Thank you guys so much for taking part in this. I really enjoyed answering all of your questions. And I also just want to say thank you to everyone for the kind congratulation messages you left me. They were all so touching, and I appreciate all of your love and support more than I could possibly express. I truly mean it when I say this channel wouldn't be where it is now if it wasn't for all of your love and support. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Now, am I forgetting anything? I feel like I had news. Oh yeah, I did touch on it a bit when I answered a question earlier, but I will be away for a few days near the end of August. I've forgotten the dates again, haven't I? Bleh, of course I have. I think, yeah, I'm 95% sure I'm going to be gone on the 25th. But I can't remember if I'm coming back the 30th or the 31st. It's that week for sure, though. I'm going to do my best to make sure content is still coming out while I'm away and record ahead. So hopefully I can pull that off. But while I'm gone, I definitely won't be able to reply to comments. So if I'm quiet on that front, then you know why. But I will do my best to reply once I have returned home. Speaking of being quiet with regards to comments, I do want to also just apologize for being late with my replies lately to you guys. Things have just been so busy with work and life that trying to keep up with comments and things has fallen behind. So I'm really sorry if I've missed replying to any of your comments. Do know, though, that I read all the comments that come in. I get a little notification pop up in the corner of my screen when you guys leave a comment, and I try to read it right then, even though I can't reply right away. Hopefully, things will calm down soon, because I want to get back to replying to you all more regularly, as well as getting back into doing more Gander videos. Because I've had a few more that I've wanted to do since I got sick way back in December. But I just haven't had time for that, aside from the couple that I hurriedly put together and got out because I really wanted to do that since their Kickstarters were in the works, and I wanted to get the word out for them. So, again, apologies. I'll try to do better. I just don't know when that will be, but I hope it will be soon. Oh yeah, and lastly, for those who gave me feedback on streaming Life is Strange, I am still planning on doing that in case you thought maybe I forgot. Just again, busy, but I do really want to try and see if my potato computer will allow me to do that. I'm going to have to fiddle with it when I get back from vacation, though, as I'll just have too much going on to try and figure out what... Figure what? Okay, well, I was doing well. Getting towards the end, my mouth is starting to not cooperate anymore. Yeah, I've got too much going on for my mouth to work properly, and also trying to figure out streaming on top of getting everything ready for vacation. Anyway, I'm sorry for the delay, but I hope that you'll join me for that when I do get that all set up. I've done a couple of co-streams with my hubby before, but not one on my own, so that should be a fun new experience that I'm looking forward to. Because even if my potato won't allow it, I know my husband's will, and I may just have to take over his computer for an hour or two every so often. I mean, fair is fair. I'm sure he won't mind. It'll be fine, I'm sure. And okay, I think that is it. So before my mouth runs away from me again, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. It's been wonderful being on this journey with you all, and I look forward to celebrating future milestones with all of you. 10,000 subscribers, here we come! But seriously, Thank you for everything, and as always, until next time, I will see you later.